Today I'm going to talk to you about the most watched sport in the world, soccer. Over 3.5 billion people watched the last World Cup in 2018. While you may have not ever watched a soccer game as an American, you have at least heard of it. In a market dominated by the NFL, NBA, and MLB, soccer ranks 7th in popularity in the United States. Now, this is not true for the rest of the world, where soccer is leaps and bounds ahead of everything else in terms of popularity. Soccer, or as most outside the US call it, football, has an estimated 3.5 billion fans. After researching soccer in the United States and other parts of the world, specifically Europe, I have come up with 3 main reasons to help us better understand why soccer in Europe is better than soccer in America. Today I'm going to discuss the English Premier League, which is one of the top leagues in the world, the structure of the MLS and how it vastly differs from the European leagues. Lastly, I'm going to discuss the differences in the MLS that hurt and help the league in regard to growing to become as large as the Premier League. The best soccer league in the world is the Premier League. After researching to find out why the Premier League is so consistently good, I have found out a couple of things. For one, most of the clubs in England have been established for over 100 years and have an extremely close following. Another reason would be that the best players from around the world consistently flock to the Premier League, which makes their games filled with amazing talent. The Premier League works a little differently than sports leagues in America. In America, the NFL, MLB do a record-based system where the person with the highest record gets the best seeding in a playoff. On the other hand, the Premier League does a points-based system, where a win equals 3 points and a tie equals 1 point. They have no sort of playoff, and whoever has the most points at the end of the season is the champion. Their season consists of 38 games stretching from August to May. Something the Premier League does to add competition is at the end of the season, the bottom 3 teams get relegated and sent down to a lesser league, and then the top 3 teams from that league get sent up to the big league. They have no salary cap, so they can pay any amount for a certain player. So basically, whoever has the most money can win the Premier League. Now we are going to discuss the structure of the MLS, or Major League Soccer, and how it works. One thing that hurts the MLS overall is its history, because frankly, there isn't a whole lot. The MLS has only been around for 23 years. The MLS do play on a point system, but they have some American aspects. They do a playoff with the top 6 teams, unlike the Premier League, and their champion is crowned this way. Their season lasts from March to December. The MLS is growing, but it still has to compete with huge sports like football and baseball, which annually bring in $1 billion per year, while the MLS only brings in around $900 million just this past season. One thing that is very different in America is the way players get paid. In the MLS, the teams have salary caps, and they can only pay 3 players any amount they want. Everyone else on the team has a maximum of $4 million per player. This does it so that no one team is heavily favored, but it also doesn't attract big stars. The major difference that hurts American soccer is the ability to find talent in our large country. We are actually at a disadvantage because our country is so big, and we don't have as many experienced scouts. England, however, is a smaller country, and most of their talent goes into academies under these Premier League teams in order to develop their talent from the ground up. American travel clubs, however, also require money to play, which cuts off a huge portion of talent because some people can't afford it. That's not the case in England, however, where they don't pay anything, and they're being coached by the best people in the world. Many of America's biggest stars have gone to the Premier League to enhance their skills, and it probably won't change anytime soon. Now that we have seen both aspects of the different leagues and how the European League is dominant in terms of popularity and quality of players, while also learning about the MLS and its successes and problems they need to improve, it is up to the American people to decide if they like soccer. America is the king of showmanship. We have Hollywood for a reason. If the sport ever grew in the next 10 years, we could be the center of soccer. I mean, wouldn't you rather play in Los Angeles or Miami instead of a cold harbor town in England? Thank you.